Now, lastly, for today is alternative knowledge of space. It's something we can no longer ignore. There are many theories of space that are not within the realms of today's science, but 500 years ago, what we call science now was also not in mainstream science. 500 years ago, if you told anybody, if you're living in Europe and you said the Earth orbits the sun, they will kill you because they believe that the Earth was the center of the universe. 1,000 years ago, if you said there were other planets and there was a galaxy, they will say you are a witch. They will kill you. And that was mainstream science at that time. The professors will tell you that you are heretic and you could be burnt at the stake. But now we know differently. Now we know the Earth is round. Now we know that we orbit the sun. Now we know that there are other planets, other galaxies, comets, and so many other things that we know. So, the many things that we call alternative science one day maybe will become mainstream. For example, a long time ago, we were told when we were young that if you live in the western region of Nigeria, they said that Awolowo ran to the moon when they were looking for him and he hid there. Well, we know that's not really true, but that's alternative science. But the one that is very prevalent today is what we call aliens and UFOs, because the question has always been, is there life outside of the Earth? As far as science knows, there is no life outside the Earth. We suspect there might be bacterial life on Mars. Bacterial, we don't know. We suspect that Europa, a moon in our solar system of one of the planets, may have an ocean that may have life. We don't know what kind of life. Will it be? Are they creatures living there? We don't know. But alternative science tells us that there's life outside Earth, and that these lives, they are beings like us, and they have visited the Earth, and they come in crafts. Now, UFO actually means unidentified flying object. It doesn't mean it's alien. It's just anything you see in the sky that's flying, you don't know what it is. It could be a plane, it could be a balloon, it could be a weathercraft. If you don't know what it is, you call it unidentified. But many people are saying that many of these unidentified flying objects, UFOs, are actually beings from other planets that are visiting Earth, because some of your students are going to ask you that question. As a science teacher, as a leader of the Space Club, you need to be able to educate and inform your students. As far as science is concerned, we have not yet discovered any other life outside Earth, but some people said they've encountered aliens. There's no evidence yet, because the evidence is what we can see, what we can feel, not what someone said he saw somewhere. But as a science student, you need to gain, because we're all students, gain knowledge of this. This thing is really important now because as recently as last year, the United States Congress, the governing body of the United States that make laws, had an open session and they discussed UFOs. So it's no longer a joke like it used to be. It's now a serious thing because people have seen many things. I suggest and advise that you gain some knowledge of this. The most important one, or the first one, is what was called the Roswell landing. A spacecraft was said to have landed in Roswell, New Mexico, United States in 1947, and some people believe it was an alien craft. The official story of the government was that it was just a weather balloon, and there were some dummies on it, and they were not, beings. But that's just for your knowledge, because when you are with your students, you want to project knowledge. If your student knows more than you, like I said, a student could have heard something you have not heard about. Don't diminish them, let them say what they know. But at least as long as you have the foundational knowledge of space, you're able to also teach them and guide them right. Thank you very much for today's session. The assignments need to be done, and then there'll be the follow-up after that.